Well, good morning. It's 4th of July. It's 7:21 in the morning, and I wanted to do a little couple updates with Bo Ninja and let everybody know what I've been up to. I'm not going to bombard you with videos constantly, but I will try to come up with more as we go. I've been told that these videos are somewhat decent, okay, and that I should continue going. So today, Ninjas, I would like to talk to you about working out with back pain. There's a lot of people out there with back pain. There's a lot of back pain sufferers. And I'll be honest with you, Ninjas, I've had back pain since I was a little ninja. And ever since I was working on my white belt, I've always had a little bit of tightness and lower lumbar pain in my back. And um, it's frustrating. If you're really athletic, if you guys are usually involved in sports, you'll come across a little bit of the tension of the back pain because it gets used so much. Your lower back gets used so much in every movement practically at all times. It hardly ever relaxes until you're really just laying down, and even then, your lower back is always constantly um, keeping your vertebrae in place and keeping your pelvis region stabilized. Um, I mean, our lower backs, along with the gluteus maximus tie-in, these muscles are practically what makes us Homo erectus. It's what allows us to even stand. So when you look at the lower back and you're wondering, why am I having lower back pain? It's because you always use your lower back, period. Uh, Now, there are some people out there who really, who really want to test um, their strength and really want to push it to the limit, and I love that. And um, you know, that's not for everybody. Everybody knows their limit, and not all exercises are created equal when it comes to the lower back. Now, um, I'm just gonna say right now, if you are somebody who's experiencing lower back pain right now and are in excruciating pain and don't know what to do, I would highly advise you go see a doctor. I would go see a doctor. I went to go see a doctor. It's okay to see a doctor. You could have a herniated disc. You could have just strained your muscle really bad, which is a muscle tear, which is not fun either. You could have sprained a tendon or a ligament. There's so much going on in the back. I'm not going to diagnose you online, but I'm going to tell you why you have back pain because it's usually always overuse, or you try to use it and it doesn't work like you thought it was. That's it. There's nothing special to it. Sometimes it's other things. If you got hit in a car, you took a fall, some sort of accident. But usually, when I see uh, people working out or exercising and pushing it to the limit, that's when everything goes bad in your lower back. So go see a doctor. Go get an X-ray. They can tell if you have arthritis, a bone spur, something broke. They can see herniated disc. Uh, Go get meds. It's okay to do meds. You can train on meds. They help you, and it takes the edge off because the lower back, like I said, it's no fun, and you use it all the time, and it's one of the slowest injuries to recover from. I've had lower back pain now for like, I would say almost like 2 months, 3 months, and it radiated into my hip, and the ball of my hip became so hot, it felt like I was on fire. So I'm telling you, be very careful with your lower back and how you approach this. See, there's pretty much stages. The first stage is you need to lay down. You need to take ice packs. You need to see a doctor. You know, you need to take a couple days off of work because sitting down, you still use your lower back. You actually apply even more pressure. It's like triple of the pressure than what you would be experiencing when you're standing or laying down. Those are the two positions that will take the pressure off the most. And you need to interchange between that. Now, I've had this pain for 2 months now, and I'm finally barely coming out of it, having decent sessions and decent training. And I'm telling you, I'm telling you, the next thing, the next stage is like, okay, I'm not on fire, but I still feel like I have something up my butt, and I'm really super stiff in my back, and I'm walking funny. Okay, that's like the third one. Okay, and I was that one for a long time because what you're gonna do is your body will freeze on you involuntarily to protect the back. That's how important the back is. The brain will take over, the nerve stem will take over, and your back will be just stiff as a board. And I don't advise in that stage that you stretch. Stop, just stop irritating it. Just stop messing with it. If you want to do range of motion, if you want to take yourself through maybe some range of motion, maybe just see where you're at each morning, maybe after a hot shower, that would be good. Light walks at this point, very light walks would be really good at this point. If you're lifting weights at this point, I don't advise you lift with your lower body at this point because the lower back's too tight into the glute max and you will irritate your back so bad. I don't even actually recommend at this stage you even do upper body. I would just do light walks. I would take my meds. I would take hot baths. I would have my girlfriend or my wife on my back, just rubbing my back very softly, and I would take it easy. Okay, now there's the second step. Second step is like, oh, okay, I'm finally coming out of it a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit looser. You're feeling a little bit on your toes. You'll start to get better. It just takes that so long in the lower back. It's crazy. These muscles are always under tension. They really don't give up. And then you'll have other muscles overworking and you'll just be a mess. But at this point, if you can get to the second stage where you're kind of like, okay, I'm coming out of it, I'm feeling kind of good, you know, continue to take those walks. Okay, definitely continue to take the walks because walking has been proven it's to, to make your back pain go away. I can't stress that enough to people with back pain. Lay off the squats, lay off the deadlifts, lay off the leg press, extension, all the leg curls, because all that is just pulling on your hamstrings, just pulling on your glute max, just pulling on your lower back, and you're killing yourself. You need to listen up to the Sensei Carpenter here and um and just listen up because back pain's no joke. Now, in the second stage, a lot of people want to just they think they're okay, but you can relapse. Think you're okay, you start lifting heavy weight again, you jump right back in, and you have poor warm ups and rip it. You rip it again and get even worse. That happened to me. And they'll set you back even farther. You have to do these stages all over again. I'm telling you, the second stage, you can resume light workouts. But I would recommend if you're gonna work out, you need to wear a leg some sort of brace, a back brace. Get a back brace. It's okay to wear a back brace. People need to embrace the back brace. If you have lower back issues, you still want to lift heavy and you want to push it, back brace might save your back. That's what people do. You ever loaded a car? You ever seen movers? I'm in the car industry. I mean, I see it all the time. You better wear a back brace. You get to really tear it up really bad. Your back's not going to be fun. So um, wear the back brace when you go to the gym and don't do free weights. Yeah, I said it. Don't do free weights. Don't do, calisthenic moves. We'll talk about that in a sec with the calisthenic moves. But ideally, if I was your friend, which I am a friend, uh, you know, I would say go to the machines. Yeah, go to machines. Machines are heck good. That's actually what I've been doing for 3 months now, and I'm getting some gains. Yeah, because the machines, wear the back brace, because your body always wants to brace. Trust me. Don't. It's not about sit-ups or back extensions. It's about bracing. You'll notice when you have a back injury, you suck it in more, and you want to brace. So brace hard, wear your back brace, do the machines, nice and slow. And actually, you'll start to get a mind muscle connection again and really appreciate how bracing is it's what it's really all about. Actually, when you do a lift, you should always brace first and then your limbs want to move. If you just move your limbs, what you'll notice is your lower back will always try to overcompensate because you're weak there. You're not bracing. So learn how to brace a little bit. That will help your abs. That will help your lower back as you brace. And then as you do the machine, it'll help your back too. So I would just, do maybe like 5 sets, 5 sets of 10. Just pyramid it up, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, for game. 70, 80, 90. I mean, no, maybe not that sets. 5 sets of 10 at first. Up your sets as you go. And then I would hit a back. Brace first. Because if you don't brace first, your lower back will go with it and you'll strain. No flexion, no extension. I don't know whoever came up with back extensions or, sit ups. They work, they create hypertrophy, but they work too well and they'll tear you up. Lower back pain, lay off those. You almost want to just stick with the bracing until you start getting out of the next stage, which is stage one, which is the rehab stage, which is a new beginning. Those are just the back pain stages. Now you're in back pain rehab stages. You don't want to just jump into heavy weight. There's something fundamentally wrong with your back, you know, and it's usually overuse. And now you need to learn how to brace, which means you need to create some really tight, stable abs. Okay, stable abs. At this point, I wouldn't recommend using your legs that much in your workout because when you squat, every time you squat, unless you can squat straight up like that, which would be maybe a half squat, every time you squat, you're doing a good morning. You're putting too much overuse on your back. Okay. With the deadlift, same thing. You're flexing, snap. You know how many people go on YouTube right now? You know how many people snapped their backs? Wake up. The ninja is here to throw some smoke. Oh my God. And if you don't get out of this mentality that you need to lift things off the ground like this, if you want to lift things off the ground, you need to pull a lunge and keep your back straight and brace. And you will always have strong legs and you'll be back pain free. But if you want to keep doing this with your pelvis and with your back and with your abs, you're going to inflame your body so much. Okay. And the first stages, like I said, the sit ups and the extensions work for hypertrophy. They work maybe way too much because they tear you up way too much. And I don't like them. They inflame me. You need to brace, wear your back brace, do the machine exercises. Like I said, I recommend you do 5 sets of 10 on the chest, you do 5 sets of 10 with the back, and you do 5 sets of 10 with the shoulders, bracing with machines. Preferably, I like hammer strength machines. Use Nautilus, use your Lifetime. I'm not a hater. Just get on the machine, the mind muscle connection so you don't atrophy and get fat. And I'll do another thing in a whole nother video because back pain is caused by so much overuse and there's so much going on in your body. And the back pain, it's complex because it's in the middle of your body. And I will say this and I'll get off here. Your back, you know, your pelvis is a shelf and this is your body. Your body sits on the shelf. And a lot of people are going over too much, or they're going way back too much. Some people are like have really alignment issues. They're going way over this much. They're going way over that much. And then they're doing squats, 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 squats. And I'm telling you, man, I could do a whole nother video on what's really going on. You know, this is just a small overview, and I'm trying to get you out of that back pain to rehab. And I'm trying to get you to see a doctor if it's really too bad because, you just don't know what's going on. You know, people are out there, oh, it's your glutes. How do you know it's your glutes? Because a video told you? You didn't have somebody with a huge booty. Your butt could be super powerful. It could be ripping your back off your butt so powerful. Be careful with your back. And all the muscles that are around there need to be in balance. You don't need huge muscles around there. You need toned and strong muscles. True. He could have a quad weakness. You could be you could be walking and falling forward on it. You wouldn't even know if your back could be turned up. You know what I'm saying? You could have a weak abductor or weak groin muscles. For Christ's sake, you need to get evaluated. So, care about my ninjas. I care about you guys. Keep throwing them kicks, man. I'll see you later.